However, now we are going to go back into the Dark Ages. We have somebody who is coming to us from the 15th century and going to tell us a story about something that he personally observed. And that is, he is going to tell us about riding on a ghost for 5 to 7 minutes. Let's welcome our newest distinguished Toastmaster, Bon Wang.
Have you ever ridden on a ghost? Of course not. What a silly question. But this man called Ajay has done it. Ajay lived in a village at the foot of a mountain every winter. They were hunted by the ghosts. These ghosts were really huge. They were not only as strong as the bulls, but also they had got these gigantic bull horns on their heads. They wandered in the depths of the mountain, and sometimes they snuck out in the village and eating people alive. One day, Ajay was going to the other side of the mountain to visit his friend. Before departure, his fellow villagers told him, "Hey, Ajay, you might run into a ghost in the mountain, but don't panic. You know why? Because ghosts cannot climb the trees." So go find a big tree, climb to the top, and wait until ghosts leave. And then you'll be okay. Ajay remembered the tapes and got on the road. Soon it was dark, and he started to climb the mountain. He was scared in the beginning, but 1 hour had passed. He saw no signs of the ghosts at all. Ajay started to feel relaxed and said to himself, "Where are the ghosts? Oh, these folks in the village must be over concerned." But before he finished his words, Ajay saw a big ghost jumped right out of the woods and plunged for him. Oh, this ghost was so big. His legs were as strong as the buggies, and the horns on his head were like the tree trunks. Ajay almost passed out. Then he remembered the tapes. Tree, tree. He turned and ran to a big tree. Ajay was a good tree climber, but even as he climbed so fast, Ajay felt the air slashing under his feet, then a loud sound bomb hitting the tree. The ghost hand just missed Ajay by a single piece of hair. The tape saved Ajay's life. The ghost truly couldn't climb the tree, but he ran around the tree, holding at Ajay from below and slammed the tree with his hand and body. Ajay tried to hold the tree branch as tightly as he could, but in the fear, the roaring from below, the trembling of the tree, they were all attacking him at the same time. Ajay lost his grip very quickly. Then with one last strike by the ghost, Ajay fell off from the tree. He hit the ghost's head first, but he was too afraid to open his eyes. He didn't know what he had hit. He waved his hands and instinctively tried to grab anything that his hands touched. Then in 1 second, Ajay's body got in this position. His arms held around the ghost horn on his head. His legs clamped around the ghost belly. The ghost took a pause. What is this? Whenever I see humans, they just run away or were scared to death. Who is this man today? It seems he's not afraid of me at all. The ghost felt a threat that he never felt before. So he rolled, bounced, tried to shake Ajay off his back. But you know what? Ajay was totally petrified. With his eyes closed, every bounce made by the ghost only made him climbing around the ghost more tightly. Then all of a sudden, as if hit by a panic attack, the ghost ran down the mountain like a barking bull, right? We all know barking bull in Texas, the rodeo event. Where was Ajay? He was like a champion in a bull riding game and climbing around the ghost like a single piece of steel. Ajay's village was soon ahead of them. Down to the mountain, they ran together. People on the street saw them. They ran away and they screamed, "Ghosts are coming!" And someone stole a glance at the ghost, and they found themselves looking at a scene that they had never seen before. Ajay was riding on a ghost. "Hey, Ajay, you are awesome!" They shouted to him. Ajay heard them, but he closed his eyes because he was too afraid, and he said to himself, "Oh, I'm scared to death. All I want now is get off this ghost and stay alive." In the meantime, the ghost was thinking, "I thought no one in this world is not afraid of me, let alone dares to ride on my back. Who is this monster? It seems he doesn't want to get off my back." This is the story. But dear friends, have you noticed that this is a scene that we come across in our lives pretty often? Have you noticed some moments when people may not be what they look like? What looks powerful might be just in a panic, like the ghost in the mountain. What looks awesome might be just petrified, like this man, Ajay. And what looks like a glorious riding might end up being a man trying desperately get off from a ghost. Mr. Master.